Hey, what's going on, y'all? I just want to make a video about Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter, man, because us Corey Elite Boxing. Welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe. So yeah, man. I want to make a just video about Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter. Um, they're pretty much contradicting each other. Uh, I'm trying to figure out who makes the shots because Kenny Porter says he's the manager of Shawn Porter, but then, so I'm just trying to figure out, one of them says one thing and then the other says another thing. And what I mean by that is, listen closely. Shawn Porter has been on record last week saying that he's not trying to fight Errol Spence right now. He said he's not in the plans. He said, Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman, he's been trying to fight them for the past 3 years. They're in the plans. And he said pretty much that on record, he said, yeah, Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter said Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia in the plans. And they said, well, what if you get a clear shot straight up with Errol Spence? And he said he's not in the plans right now. I'm fighting Keith Thurman. I'm gonna wait for him, or either I'm gonna fight Danny Garcia because we're both mandatories, and if one of us beat each other, one of us fight him. You know what I'm saying? Or either we'll both fight him and wait. So that's what Shawn Porter said. Fast forward a week later, Kenny Porter was on the Boxing Voice and said, "Shout out to Ness, man. We had our ups and downs, man, but." He loves boxing. I love boxing. Let bygones be bygones, man, I still want to fight him on Borders Wars 3. But that's a whole nother story, man. But, yeah, so, Kenny Porter was on record saying that they never got the contract. And if the contract was sent, that Errol Spence would be in the plans. So it's like a week before, Shawn said it wasn't in the plans. Then Kenny Porter a week later, after the whole chaos and everything ensues in the ring with Danny Garcia, he said he's in the plans. So it's two cons, and he's the manager. So does Kenny Porter have say on who? Of course he has say on who Shawn Porter fights. But will Shawn Porter actually fight Errol Spence because he's the one that's got to pull the trigger because he's the one that's getting in the ring, not Kenny Porter. And a lot of these trainers act like they're going to get in the ring. And half of these trainers haven't even been in the ring, to be honest with you. Like Roberto Garcia, like Robert Guerrero's dad. He said, yeah, I'll beat your ass. I'll do this. I'll do that. He's a trainer. He's Robert Guerrero's trainer, and he's his dad. He told Angel Garcia, yeah, I'll beat your ass. You ain't shit. And he told Floyd Sr. This was the epic one when he told Floyd Sr. that he was going to beat his ass and that, he ain't shit and he was going to beat his ass and this and that and this and that. Once Robert Guerrero, his name's Ruben Guerrero. Ruben Guerrero, I guess some diehard, investigated that actually Ruben Guerrero was a boxer back in the day. But guess what his record was? He talked all this shit. Guess what Ruben Guerrero's record was, man? And this is another thing that Kenny Porter, it's kind of like, it's a parallel because talks a lot of shit, but have you been in the ring, I don't know about Kenny Porter, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but a lot of them haven't. Ruben Guerrero's pro record was like 0-9. Oh, man, you talk all that shit, dude. And he's been KO'd before numerous times. So yeah, man, I'm just trying to figure out if Shawn Porter's going to fight Errol Spence or not, Obviously, he's in line to fight Keith Thurman. That's a given. But who wants to wait, Keith Thurman has to fight in May. Okay, after that he's going to wait another 5 to 6 months. So that'll be like December, I'm guessing, around December-ish. So that'll be either Shawn Porter or Danny Garcia. Probably whoever he chooses in the WBC will be okay. And he said, I'll fight the the other guy next, which I'm guessing he's gonna probably fight Danny because he's gonna think it's an easier fight. But I think that fight was a lot closer than the Shawn Porter fight. You know, that's my opinion. But yeah, I mean, hey, I just want to know who he's gonna fight. He says he's gonna. His dad says one thing, then he says another. Who's gonna step up and fight? I want to know. I really would like to know that, man. Who's gonna step up and actually fight, man? You know, so hey, it is what it is. We'll see who fights. Like I said, Kenny Porter says one thing, says he's sent the contract. We'll fight Errol Spence. The contract has never been sent. Shawn Porter says Errol Spence is not in the plans. He's not in the plans. Not anytime soon. So who do y'all believe? What do y'all think is going to happen? Who do y'all think Porter's going to fight next? You think it's Danny Garcia? You think it's a journeyman? You think it's going to be, I mean, who do you think it's going to be, man, you know? I mean, I want great fights, you know? Like my boy Fanon, I want great fights. This is Corey Lee Boxing. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Signing out. Yeah, so this is another thing I want to get into, man. When Shawn Porter had the IBF belt, if you go back and look at the interview, Keith Thurman was calling his name out religiously. Keith Thurman didn't have a belt at the time. He was the interim WBA, I believe. They told Kenny and Shawn Porter when the ball was in his hand, said, we gotta let that fight build up. We're gonna let that fight build up. Then when they lost that belt, now it's all of a sudden you want to get a title back. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You want the WBCA. I mean the WBC. You're in line. You want to do this. You want to do that. You lost handily to Keith Thurman. Getting it back of the line. This is what I believe. Getting it back of the line. You know what I'm saying? And earn your shot again. You beating what's his name? Granados, that doesn't do anything. He's a natural 140. You know? He fights at 140. Beating him for a WBC eliminator is a joke. Is a joke. Let's be honest, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest. The guy you beat soundly, Adrian Broner, beat Granados. So, a guy you beat already, and you're fighting the eliminator, Granados, for the eliminator, WBC, to get in line to fight Keith Thurman again, which we all know you lost. I mean, you know, I honestly thought he lost, some could argue 7-5, 8-4. You know, if you had it tighter than that, so be it. I mean, you know, he got rocked a couple times. And I think that if they rematch again, Keith Thurman's gonna knock this dude out. And I'm just stating facts. I've never seen, if you wanna match Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, you wanna see who the better fighter is. Well, let's look at both of them when they fought Keith Thurman. I didn't see Danny Garcia getting rocked that hard. Yeah, he might have got hurt one time to the body, but I couldn't relatively see that distinctively. I distinctively see precisely when Keith Thurman hit him right on the tip of his jaw, flush. I mean, Shawn Porter got wobbled and started holding on to him. So hey, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. And there's another thing. You know, they're trying to scream. You know, we want the rematch. We want the rematch. We want the rematch. When you did have the title, you weren't quick to give Keith Thurman a shot. So he's supposed to just stop everything he's doing and, you know, fighting Danny Garcia and fighting his comeback fight, and he's supposed to stop everything for you because you beat Granados and Andre Berto with 4 or 5 losses. 3, 4, 5 losses. I don't know. He's washed up. You beat both of them for a WBC title eliminator. Come on, man. Give me a break. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break, dude. Come on, man. We both know who we're going to win. We both know you were the A side to win both of those fights. Come on, man. And you fought Alberto coming off a Victor Ortiz win. Who has Victor Ortiz beat lately? Nobody. Shit. Victor Ortiz's shining moment is when he fouled Mayweather and he tried to say sorry, but you got to protect yourself at all times, and you got sparked. And you got sparked. That's what happens. Karma comes quicker to others. You got sparked, kid. You got sparked, kid. So yeah, man, that's my wrap up. Have a beautiful day, and it's Coily Boxing, baby. Signing out. Have a great day.